Wow, I haven't been on here in a minute with my IG and YouTube family. So, I'm gonna give like a brief overview of my weekly analysis just really quickly. Um, I may be talking a bit low because it is London session. It's about 6:30 in the morning. And yeah, I'm not trying to wake anyone up. So I'm gonna start out with GBPUSD. As most of you know, if you have watched my IG lives before, my primary pairs, the pairs I always trade, are GBPUSD, EURUSD, and GBPJPY. The secondary pairs that I trade are Swiss JPY, USD Swiss franc, and USDCAD. So those are the ones that I'm going to be going over really quickly. I'm not getting into any indices because I'm not looking to trade any indices this week. This year, I am laser focused. We're laser focused on the charts this year. Last year, I was testing different pairs, different indices, seeing which ones I liked, which ones like me, because that's important too. So, yeah, I started out this year using white black charts, like the black bar charts, and it's been really helpful. Something new that I'm also doing, or not new, like I don't want to say it's new, it's just something that I've been using on these white background black bar charts, is using monthly levels, monthly key levels, and weekly key levels. And what those areas are different areas that are support and resistance on the monthly and weekly levels. Hey Jenny, hey everybody who joined. Um, like I said, like I'm just going over my weekly analysis really quickly. This chart that I have here is like if you have trading view and you can choose different charts. I call this one my psychological levels one because this is the one where I keep my black bars and white background charts. So yeah, I'm just gonna get into it. So starting out with GBP USD on the, let me go to the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, it was creating like this rising wedge, but it did break out down to the downside. But you can see here, let me zoom in a bit. Like you can see, price was kind of respecting this area that I did have as support, but it was only at the wicks. You could see it kind of faked out right here, reversed to the upside, hit where I have this line for a trend going down, and then it broke out. But you can see right here, it did hit this monthly key level. So what I'm looking for at this area for this week are signs of reversals to the upside. Since GBP USD has been, a bullish trend, what I'm going to be looking for are signs of any reversal to the upside. I'm going to be looking for buy opportunities. If I don't get a buy opportunity, I'm honestly not looking to sell this. Like I can see where it would go down to maybe 1.3448 around this area, even 1.3430. I can see it going down there, but honestly, I'm not looking for the sell opportunities for GBP USD, not this week at least, even though it has been on this downward trend since the year started. So you can see at January 4th is when it started to decline. So yeah, that's it for GBP USD. And again, this is on the 4 hour, and I'm really watching what it does around this monthly key level area. let's go on to EURUSD. Now, EURUSD, for today at least, what I was projecting was that once market open, because this right here is what it closed at on Friday. Let me zoom in a bit. On January 8th, it created this hammer right here. And what I was projecting was that it was going to retrace to around where the previous bodies were for EURUSD. So that would have been around 1.2240 and then a drop. And this line that I have marked here is just a support level. It's not one of the monthly or weekly key levels that I have here. It's just a support level that I marked up. But yeah, so for this, because I didn't watch it at market open, I don't normally watch EURUSD at market open. I let it do whatever it's going to do and look for opportunities for EURUSD throughout the week after Sundays. So right here, it would have been a good like 60 or so pip opportunity, but realistically I wouldn't have entered this at market open because, like I said, like I was waiting for it to retrace a bit before proceeding to the downside. For EURUSD, around this area where it's at right now, I am going to be watching to see where it goes from here. So it is at 1.2167 like as we speak. And I noticed that every time price comes around to like the 1.2160 to 80 area, it's been creating these long wicks in the past. It might be hard to see on this black bar chart, but it has created long wicks in the past in this area, showing some rejection. But that's why I'm gonna keep watch on it this week to see if it rejects this area completely and does proceed to the upside, or if we can look for a decline. But the same with GBPUSD, I am probably gonna be looking for buy opportunities, honestly, because again, an uptrend. And it did fall quite a bit since January 6th last week. So how many pips was that since last week? Yeah, since January 6th, it dropped about 185 pips. So yeah, ideally, I'm going to be looking for reversals in this area. But we'll see. We'll see what it does. I can only trade what I see. Never want to force the market to do anything that it doesn't want to do. What are y'all trading? What are some of the pairs that y'all are trading? Or has anyone done their weekly analysis already? Let me know. Or is anyone in any trades? If y'all are in any trades, let me know which trades y'all are in. So moving on to GBPJPY. Let me switch to my watch list one. Yeah, this is the one I have marked up already. So for GBPJPY, oh, you said you're not in one right now. AU, but at this point you're not sure. I've been seeing a few people say that for AU this week. So GBPJPY, what I marked up before market open was this right here. So we see at the top January 8th. Yeah, January 8th. You can see it was creating this doji at the top here. Evening star looking, and looking to the left, you can see that every time it's gotten up to this area, Forex she trades. You said you want to get in on the sell for GBPJPY when price breaks 140.41. Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel you. I'll probably be getting into even more. I'm really trying to sell GBPJPY all the way down. So yeah, definitely you are not alone on that. For this one, you can see looking to the left that it's created these highs, and every time it's gotten to around the 141.20 area, it starts to create some sort of rejection or slow, what am I trying to say? Slowing down in bullish momentum. Like even right over here, you can see on this doji from the 24th of December, right after that doji, went right back down to this area of support. And this area of support that I have marked up is a monthly key level. It is a purple box. Like I do have it in a purple box because it's more like a zone for me. Like once price gets to these zones, I'm looking for, it lets me know to look for different opportunities. And in this instance, it would be the buy opportunities. But for this week, like I said, with GBPJPY, I'm definitely looking to sell it all the way down to around the, let me see here what I have. Oh, that's 139.77, and that's like the highest potential for this trade for me. Like that's where I'll be taking my last take profit, around that area. I'm not going to push it for, like you see how in the past, how there is still some room for price to reach. That's still a good 20 pips. Yeah, 20, 25 pips. But I'm not going to be reaching for that last 20 pips. I think after this 130 pip, like I haven't marked this 130 pip opportunity, because throughout the week, that's where I expect it to get. Or even, honestly, even by Wednesday, unless it chooses to range a bit before continuing to drop. The reason why I wouldn't be pushing for these last 20 pips, not that it's not possible, but I also see how the closing bar at the top of each of these peaks is getting higher. So as they get higher, even though it's still creating these same lows, I'm still getting a bit more cautious. So after it hits this area of support down here, I am expecting it to push through to the upside. It could go down too. It could, like that's definitely possible, because that would be a triple top. I'm just going to be watching once it does get down here though. Like I'm not going to rush price to do anything. I'm not going to force to see something that isn't there. If it doesn't want to go up, it won't go up. But yeah, that could be a triple top, and it could go right back down to this area of support that it was in before, like around the 1.7 range. But the reason why I'm confident, or not confident, but the reason why I can see it going up after it reaches support is because it is forming a bullish flag right now. And it might not even be finished forming that bullish flag, but that is something that I am bearing in mind throughout this week and next week for GBPJPY. So moving on to USDCAD. USDCAD, Honestly, I wasn't really looking too close at it this week, but I do see that um, it is approaching a monthly key level that I have marked up here. And my monthly key level for USD CAD that it's approaching is 1.28. Once it gets to around where I have this zone, I mean, I can see like a tail already touched in the zone, and my zone started at 1.2782. It did kind of wick and touch that zone. Since USD CAD has been in a downtrend, oh, you said, are you trading range to range? Yeah. That's for the most part. That's what I do. That's what I like to trade. I like trading ranges. It's it's what I find most profitable for me. Like it's just the kind of trader that I am. I like trading ranges. If it's a clear trend, then I trade that too. But most of the time, I make most of my winning trades from trading ranges because I just like trading patterns. They're very clear to see. They're very simple, and yeah, I just like it. Definitely like it. But on higher time frames. Yeah. Range range trading or zone to zone on higher time frames, right? Because sometimes it really is just so clear a lot of the times. But for USD CAD, and again, I'm looking at the 4 hour. Like I said, like it's approaching this monthly key level I have, and you can see this big bullish push, but it's slowing down in momentum up here and creating this doji. I could see an evening star coming soon. Once price closes on the 4 hour, I just might enter for a sell. I just might. Let me map this out really quickly because I think what I would want to do is have my stop loss above this last high that was created on January 4th. So something that's around my monthly key level. Honestly, might just make it even and make it at the key level. So that would be where we at right now. Price is currently at 1.2773, and that would be a 28 pip stop loss. So that's something that let me see the reward first. That's the risk. And the reward, I would sell it down to 1.2676. So 90 to 100 pips, that's what I would be looking for USD CAD. And I would be comfortable taking this trade because, like I said, like USD CAD, it's been in a downtrend. It's been in a downtrend. So taking sells in a downtrend is like gimme money. Dang, I want to enter this right now. I'll wait. Patience, patience. Created this engulfing on the 15 minute. So there was an engulfing created, a bearish engulfing created on the 15 minute for USD CAD. I'm entering as soon as I get off of here if it's still looking right. Yeah, if it's still looking right, I'm entering USD CAD as soon as this close. I mean as soon as we get off of this live. Let me go back to the 4 hour. Yep. Okay. So that's one. And like I said, like that's a 90 to 100 pip opportunity. Hold on, let me mark it really quick. Oh, not long position, short position. And I like trades like this where I can keep my stop loss tight. Yeah, so this is a 1 to 3.48 risk reward ratio. Let me make this even, 1.35. Yeah. So this is what I would be looking for USDCAD, coming down to the 1.2671 area, and it's currently at 1.2771. So yep, it's gone down 2 pips since being on here. But again, like I said, like once I'll see what this hour candle does, or even this 4-hour candle, and the 4-hour candle closes in 2 hours. 1-hour candle closes in 8 minutes. Alrighty. Switch JPY. I think I have this marked on my other chart. Let me go to my other chart. Oh, thank you. I really do try to help people as much as possible. You said what confirmations am I waiting for? I was waiting for USDCAD. I am waiting for more rejection at the key level. Like, I want to see a full evening star formed. So once I see an engulfing on that doji that was at the top, then I'll enter. How long do I think it'll sell for USDCAD? Let me go back to that one really quickly. For USDCAD. So I have it mapped out to the 14 just to give it space. It could be faster or it could be slower. I'm trying to look at past price action at this level. So past price action at this level, it's played around in this area before going to the downside. But I am going to be looking for the sell opportunities all this week. I probably will. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Look, I try to speak what I know. I can only speak what I know. I've definitely tried to yeah, just share anything I know. So Swiss JPY. Oh, this one was from last week. Let me move this over. And that was decent. This was a 1 to 2.5 risk reward ratio from last week. So I did profit on that. I forgot all about this trade, to be honest. With those 75 pips. Let's see. For Swiss JPY, I can see it going back down to this area where it was before, like around this 116.45 area. But that's only about 50 or so pips. And that's all right. I'm not sure if I'll be getting. Yeah, I don't think I'll be getting into this week. I think I missed this one after this drop that happened at 4 a.m. Yeah, that was kind of missed because it was ranging since January 6th, and then hit this drop today. And I think from this drop, if I were to enter, on this now, like if it chooses this area to retrace a bit, what I would do is place 117.05 as my stop loss and my take profit at 116.75. So that would be not even 20 pips. Not even 20 pips, but that's a 8 to 10 pip stop loss. So it's 1 to 2. That would be a 1 to 2 risk reward. I personally don't feel like it's worth it for me. But definitely, if you're more of a scalper for currency pairs, that's definitely something to look into. I know for Swiss JPY, since it moves kind of slow, I don't know how many people scalp it. So I don't even know how long it would take to reach your take profit level if you set it at 1 point, what did I say? 116.75. Yeah, I wouldn't even trade this. That's 1 to 2 risk reward, but it's like 20 pips. I wouldn't even do it. But I do see Swiss JPY continuing with some bearish movement for the rest of this week. I could see it getting down to 116.20, that area, or 116.40. So I may look and get in on some retraces for it, but not really pressed for it, honestly. USD, Swiss franc. Let me switch to my list. So for USD Swiss franc, I see it did have some bullish movement since January 6th, so that was last week, Wednesday, and it's getting around to this area where price has reached at a high. Like its very last high, where it has tapped about 3 times, was 0.8918, and it's currently at 0.8900. So I think another 20 pips, and I think what I am going to be looking for are reversals. If it doesn't give me a reversal at that area, that's totally fine too. But that is an area where price, you can see in the past that it did like to play at, even before. Yeah. This is definitely one that I'll probably look out for reversals to the downside, some bearish reversals, because even USD Swiss franc, let me go back up to the 4-hour. USD Swiss franc, it's been on a downward trend as well. So again, when you can enter a sell on a downward trend, make sure you buy low and sell high. So it's getting to one of these highs right here, and that would be a good point for you to look for your sell entry. So like I said, that's 0.8918 is where I'll begin to look for those reversal patterns for USD Swiss franc. And I think that's it for the ones that I'm looking at this week. Let me close out looking at the dollar. The dollar created a gap at market open. It did have quite a bit of bullish momentum from Wednesday last week. But I can see the dollar continuing to the downside, at least to the support level. So, that's something to look at for my GBPUSD or EURUSD pairs, or USD Swiss franc and USDCAD too. Looking for how the dollar affects those. And another thing about this week is looking out for any news related to Brexit that would possibly affect price. And anything related to, I think we saw a lot of rapid movement last week, more so with indices related to like the elections here in the US or anything like that. But definitely keeping an eye on the news still, because it's crazy times. It is crazy times. But that's it for my weekly analysis. Thank you everyone for joining. Really appreciate it, and appreciate you guys' questions. Yeah, hopefully I can keep doing these. I really do miss doing my IG lives with y'all and just talking through my trade ideas for the week. But if y'all have any questions, everyone knows that they can DM me or anything like that, or even, comment on the video, because I am going to post this to the IG live video area. Thank you guys. I wish you all a profitable week as well. And I will talk to y'all later.